has finally arrived. I'm finally doing my entire handbag collection, and I'm showing you guys everything. My designer, my mid-range, my fun and cheap, my vintage hand-me-downs from my mum, the real bags I use in my daily life, like my work bag. I'm showing you everything, and we have 50 bags to get through. So if you want to grab a snack and grab a drink, so go ahead, pause this video and do that right now. And not only that, I'm going to rank the bags for you. I'm going to tell you what are my ride or die bags. I'm going to tell you the bags that I love, but really in reality just sit pretty on a shelf and don't go anywhere. And my neglected and forgotten about bags. So they're the three categories that they're going to get ranked into. And I'm going to go by bag type. So we've got totes, we've got crossbodies, we've got mini bags, we've got top handles, we've got bum bags. So I'm going to separate them by type. Now, over half of these bags are designer. So that's a lot of designer bags we're going to be going through today. And if you guys already watch my channel, you know me, I'm a vintage designer collector. So you're going to be seeing lots of bags from the 80s, from the 90s, from the early 2000s. Okay, we had to change location because I'm going to need a lot of space to show you all these bags, and I want you guys to see some mod shots as well. Now, starting with the totes. Now, I'm not really a tote girl, but I do have a few. So number one is my Louis Vuitton vintage Sac Weekend PM bag. She is a 1989 bag. This bag could be older than some of the viewers of this video. She is a beautiful tote. She looks like this when she's on. So she's a shorter strap with rolled handles. She has pockets on the front and the back. And she's a Louis Vuitton tote with a zipper. That is so rare to find these days, Louis Vuitton tote with a zipper. I don't even think any of the modern totes have zippers, like the Neverfull, the On The Go. They don't have zippers. And she has feet. So she is ranked in the, I love her, but she just sits on the shelf, and that's because I'm not a tote girl. So it's not the bag's fault, it's my fault. This is just a fast fashion 9 West tote. This was before I started buying designer handbags, and at the time when I got it, I thought 9 West was an expensive brand. And this is one that I wear sometimes when I go on a night out and I'm going on the train, and I feel a bit safer not wearing designer, but I need to bring bigger things like a jacket or whatever. So she doesn't really go out much, but I do have a specific use for her. So she's my safe going out on the train at nighttime tote. Next up is a mid-range tote. This is my Michael Kors tote. And I actually bought this in America. I bought it in Hawaii. So there's the Michael Kors logo there. I bought this from Ross. Shout out to the Ross stores. All you Americans know exactly what I'm talking about. It is an affordable store, and they do sell some like mid-range designer items. And at the time, Michael Kors was popping. It was a hot brand. I got this in 2012. And again, same use case as this tote. I wear this tote when I'm going out, particularly when I'm using the train and I need to carry things like a jacket, bigger things, and I feel safer using this one. And it's a white bag that's not too expensive. So anytime I need a white bag, this one comes out. This is my beach bag. This is a nylon bag. And this is from Kmart. It costs like $5. Shout out to Kmart. All you Aussies know what I'm talking about. We love Kmart here in Australia. And the great thing about this bag is it actually folds into itself into a little package. So that's the size of the bag when it's folded up. And then you just pop it back out, and it's this massive tote. And that is my beach bag. So this is like a ride or die at the moment because I'm going to the beach a lot. And my last tote is this Monogram Coach. So mid-range brand Coach. This is that old school like monogram that is not popular anymore. So this is their non-coated canvas. And I think this was from an outlet. So I got this as a gift. So it's like the size of the Neverfull PM. And when I first got it in about the year 2010 maybe, at the time Coach Monogram was popping. So I did wear it then, but since then, it's just a neglected and forgotten about bag. So this one doesn't come out at all. I don't have any specific purpose for it. She just sits in the cupboard. So, I mean, if it had any resale value, I'd sell it, but it really doesn't have any resale value at all. So that's my 5 totes. Okay, so next category is my top handle bags. So some of these does have a crossbody strap, but I do prefer these top handle instead and just use the crossbody strap when I'm going hands-free. So introducing, this is the Louis Vuitton Boîte PM bag. This was actually my first Louis Vuitton bag. Well, technically second, because the first one was a vintage bag that broke on me and I had to return it, but this is the first one that I bought and I kept. She is from 2012 and I bought this off someone whose boyfriend or husband or whatever bought it for them, and then they were getting rid of it. And she is gorgeous. She's my only Louis Vuitton bag with the light vachetta. Everything else that I have is vintage, dark patinaed or treated leather. So this is my only light vachetta bag, and she stresses me out sometimes. So this is what she looks like as a top handle. So you could do crook of the arm, or you could just like kind of hold her. So this is a bag that she's gorgeous, but she just ends up sitting on a shelf. My Louis Vuitton Concorde. This is a vintage bag. So she's from 1995. Just check out the condition she's in still. Look at these perfect corners. 1995, guys. Epi leather. Look at this vibrant blue color. So totally grandma top handle bag. So like this, you could do like that. Again, I add a shoulder strap, crossbody strap when I want to go hands-free. I really am a hands-free girl, but this one looks way better top handle. So just the same aftermarket vachetta strap. So that's just what she looks like with her shoulder strap now. And that's her crossbody. Now this one, when I first got her, I did wear her because she was one of my earlier Louis Vuitton bags. But this is one that now just sits pretty as the background of my videos because I love the S-Lock. So I choose all the S-Lock bags as the background for my videos. Vintage YSL bag. I have no idea which era this came from, but it looks really old. I'm guessing pre-1970s. So I don't have any strap for her at all. Again, I can just add a strap. This is her with a crossbody strap. That's just a strap from a different bag. But I think she looks much better as a top handle because this is like a total grandma bag again. Coated canvas. And you guys may know that YSL in the last few years have recently re-released the YSL Monogram pattern. So that's the YSL Monogram pattern there, the old school vintage ones. And it's got like a purse frame. It's all hard there, big wide mouth. Okay, the next two top handles, these are true vintage hand-me-downs from my mom. So these are ones that I loved from my mom's collection and I took them. So this was her old velvet purse. Look at this. Look at this top handle. Look at that. Look at this velvet. It's so soft. Magnetic clasp. It comes with a rope crossbody. This is like, I used to play dress up with this when I was a kid and I used to go to her wardrobe. This is like, I'm just waiting for the right occasion. I've never worn her out. So unfortunately, she's so pretty, but just sits on a shelf. And then this is the other one too. So this is made from something that looks like a silk. I don't think it's actually silk, probably like a sateen or something. And this is a cute little evening bag. So this used to be the type of evening bags that will go with the traditional clothing that, you know, my mum would wear when she would go to events like weddings and stuff. So my mum is from Laos and she would wear the Laos traditional clothing, which contains Laos silk. And so you would wear like this little silk purse to go with it. This is like a messenger satchel. This is a red one. It's like a weird red. It's not quite bright red, but it's not burgundy either. So this is like a real boxy bag. Check that out. Like that, and it's got compartments. So this is a fast fashion one that I bought from Thailand when I was there many years ago, maybe 2013. And at that time, I thought messenger bags were hot stuff back then. So this is probably the only red bag in my collection at the moment. I've said this before, but I'm not a red bag kind of girl. I know some people like a pop of color and they'll get one red bag. My pop of color are other colors besides red. So I'd probably go burgundy for my pop of color, which I don't currently have in my collection, but I'm not a bright red bag kind of girl. So she does have a shoulder strap. But I actually use this sometimes as like a case when I'm traveling. So because it's like hard-sided, it's kind of like a cheap hard-sided. I use this as a case when I'm traveling sometimes when I need to protect other stuff. So that's my use case for her. But currently like over the last 10 years, she's just been forgotten and neglected. Okay, so they are my top handlebags. Okay, so my next category are my hacked clutches. So these are clutches that I've hacked and turned into crossbody bags. And when I say hacked, could mean that I'm either adding D-rings so that I can connect a crossbody strap, or I'm using a conversion kit such as a bag organizer with these hooks so that I can hook a crossbody strap. The Louis Vuitton Montaigne clutch, size 27 from 1990. Guys, you know I love my 1990s Louis Vuitton. If I could have one of all of them, I would. Look at that beautiful gold LV in a circle logo. This logo actually just got re-released on the new release Salma BB bag. But you know what? They didn't even use hardware on the Salma BB. They used imprinting, gold foil imprinting. What's up with that? They should be using the real, hardware. That's what LV is about, luxury, not imprinting. So because I've hacked it, I can now add a crossbody strap. So this is just a gold chain. And now I can wear it like this or like this. Now this, when I first got it, was my ride or die bag. But as my collection grew, she just became a I love you, but you just sit pretty on the shelf. And part of the reason why is because this epi leather has lost a lot of shape. Look at those corners, they're all folded in. The leather is actually not quite lustrous anymore. So because it's so worn out and I have so many other Louis Vuitton bags now, this has just become a sit pretty on the shelf bag. This is my Louis Vuitton Cellier Dragon clutch. So this is actually a men's clutch and she's from 1994. And actually all my Louis Vuitton clutches are men's clutches. I haven't bought a female's clutch yet. And that's because the men's clutches were really affordable and I loved the style. So this has that S-lock that I was telling you guys that I love. Now this one was in too good shape to sort of hack from the back. So instead, I've got a bag organizer with those hooks and I use that to convert it. So you just put that inside. And you can just get these off Amazon. I have a whole video where I talk about all my handbag accessories like conversion kits and different straps and strap extenders and where to get them from. So I'll link them down below for you. Okay, so you just put your organizer in like that. And guys, this present was actually a Christmas gift from me to me for Christmas 2023. And just attach your strap. Okay, so now it's just sitting in there. Got my strap attached. Close her up, and now she's a crossbody bag. You can either have the wrist strap hanging out or you can just tuck it in. And that's it. So now she's become a hacked or converted crossbody bag, and that's how I'd wear her. I'm not really a clutch kind of girl. This is one of my ride or dies at the moment because she is a new bag, so she is going out and she's not just sitting pretty on the shelf. This is the Louis Vuitton Pochette Curad, another men's clutch. 1997 is where she's from, or should I say when he's from, because it's a men's clutch. Again, this one has the wrist strap. This one I got for so cheap, guys. I got it for 170 Australian dollars back in 2018. 170 Australian dollars. This was featured in my 10 cheapest designer handbags that I got for all under $200 each. So I'll link that video down below if you haven't seen that. I got 10 designer handbags all for under $200 US each. Leather interior, guys. The old school Louis Vuitton leather interior. Super luxury. Okay, so this is what she looks like with her crossbody strap on. So this is how I would wear them. So I just change out the straps, just whatever strap I feel like at the time. I don't really wear this one as a clutch. So this one used to be a ride or die because it's one of my earlier Louis Vuitton bags. But since my collection's grown, it's become a love her, but she sits on the shelf. And she's actually one of my background bags for my videos because she has the S-lock. And you guys know I'm obsessed with Louis Vuitton S-locks. My Louis Vuitton Pochette Homme. This is a men's toiletry vintage from 1998. Yes, 1998, guys. You know I love Louis Vuitton from the 90s. Epi leather, Capengo gold color. So I use a handbag organizer again to convert this one so I don't have any holes punched anywhere. I use a conversion kit. So this is what the Pochette Homme looks like as a crossbody or a shoulder bag. Isn't it cute? It's really like quiet luxury, really low key. So for anyone who doesn't like logos but loves Louis Vuitton, check it out. Guys, I am sweating up a storm. It is summer. We are in the middle of a heat wave and I've got these lights shining on me. It is hot. So if I look sweaty, sorry. Mon Purse. This is actually a toiletry case, which I've hacked at the back. And I have my dog painted on there. So her name's Lucy. And I bought this from Mon Purse in the year of the dog. And they had a promotion where you could pay to have a picture of your dog painted on there. And that's exactly what I did. She's my girl. So Mon Purse have since died, basically. And then they got bought, they liquidated and bought out by an American company. So their website still exists, but it's not the brand or the company that it used to be. So it used to say Mon Purse made in Europe. They marketed themselves as European leather. I think the reality was it was from Turkey, but they thought they could make it sound better from Europe. And I actually wear this to weddings. So I love her, and most of the time she just sits pretty on a shelf, but she does have a use case. So this is what she looks like when she's got her crossbody strap on. And sometimes I even just use a shorter gold strap and wear it as like a little under the shoulder bag as well. Okay, so that was my hacked clutches. Okay, so the next category is backpacks. So this is my Louis Vuitton Mabillon backpack. So she's from 2001. This is a black epi leather backpack. Honestly, guys, I think this backpack is better than what Louis Vuitton's offering on the website at the moment. And she's from 2001. So that's what she looks like as a backpack. That's the only way that I wear her. And I keep my doggy bags on her because I take her dog walking. So she's actually got really small capacity, to be honest. Like, probably the same size capacity as the Palm Springs Mini, even though it's dimensionally bigger, but the capacity is really small. Because it's a really stiff handbag. It's epi leather. This is a ride or die bag. I have shoulder pain, back pain. So I find wearing a backpack helps me more than wearing a crossbody. So this is definitely right now a ride or die. And this is one of my Christmas gifts from me to me as well. Okay, next backpack. Check it out. This is a really old, I don't know, at least 10 years, maybe 15 years old, Nike backpack. Guys, this is my real life work backpack. This is what me, luxury handbag lover, actually wears to work. Nike backpack. Okay, this is the real me at work. Here we go, Nike backpack. Ride or die. Daily work bag. Ride or die. When I'm working, I'm in business and I'm not wearing luxury to work. I know some people do wear luxury to work, but I don't really have a workplace that sort of suits that, and I don't really have a good spot to leave a luxury handbag. So backpack is the way it is. Okay, so they are my backpacks and they're both ride or dies. Okay, so next category is Bumbag. So this is a nylon Bumbag that I got this year from Temu. And I bought her because this is great for when you're riding your bike or great for when you're doing outdoorsy things like camping. So I just took this camping a couple of months ago and I just wear it over my chest like this. I've got my phone here and whatever I need, and it's just so much easier for outdoor activities or when you're riding your bike. So this is something that has a specific use. So most of the time I love her and she's just sitting on the shelf, but there is a specific use for this one. Hey everyone, and if we haven't met before, I'm Lady Vintage Bags and I love vintage designer handbags, and I'm here to show you that you can not only own but even collect gorgeous designer handbags just on a budget by buying vintage. So if you love pre-loved, vintage or affordable designer handbags, then hit subscribe and stick around because I'm your girl. And for any of these bags, heaps of them already have either review videos or unboxing videos. So any bag that already had its own dedicated video will be linked down below. And if you want to see any of these bags in more detail from either Louis Vuitton or Chanel, I've actually got those dedicated collection videos where I go through lots more details like the price and where I got them from and mod shots. So I'll leave those videos down below so that you can check out more details about those bags too. Okay, now back to the video. Okay guys, the next category is a big one, my crossbody bags. You guys know I am a crossbody kind of girl, so this is a huge category. Okay, let's start with Gucci. This is my very first Gucci bag. So this is a vintage, I think she's from the 1980s, coated canvas. This is like the Ophidia style. This was popping these vintage bags when the Ophidia bags came out. I love her. Hard wearing, really neutral, just like the Louis Vuitton Monogram. Really neutral, really hard wearing, super easy to use. Crossbody, long shoulder. This one was one of my earlier bags too, because she was definitely a ride or die when I first got her. I've taken her overseas. Now she's just sitting pretty on the shelf because my collection's grown and I've got a lot more other choices. So used to be a ride or die, now just sits pretty on the shelf, but I love her. Okay, next Gucci. This one has a really interesting story. I bought this bag because I wanted the dust bag it came with. I got this vintage Gucci bag, junk condition, because the coated canvas has completely disintegrated and cracked. The rest of the bag is fine. The rest of the leather is fine. The hardware is gorgeous, but I wanted the dust bag this came with because I used the dust bag as part of a gift of a vintage Gucci bag that I bought my sister, and I wanted it to have a dust bag. So I literally just bought this for the dust bag, and this bag has otherwise just sat in the cupboard as a long forgotten about, neglected bag. So check it out, Gucci accessories collection, and it still has that tag there. So completely neglected and forgotten, and I just bought this because it had the original dust bag and that's what I wanted. Okay, Coach. This is a bag from Coach, I think the early 2010s. So you can either wear it as a under the shoulder bag, but I actually use this for when I travel overseas because it's made of nylon and you have your crossbody strap. So just clip that on. Clip that on. Because it's nylon, it's super light. Really easy to maintain. I literally just throw this in the washing machine when I come back. Which I probably shouldn't because the metallic is coming off. But yes, she is a bag that has a specific purpose, which is overseas travel. And most of the time, she's actually neglected and forgotten about. Total old school. But she looks kind of cute, hey? Maybe I should bring her out more. And we have another Coach bag. This bag, oh, I loved her when I first got her. So this is a bright orange with the Coach monogram. Again, Coach monogram was popping when I got her. So I got her in 2012 or 2013. And Australian summer and orange is a good combination. So totally cute as a top handle. But she does come with a crossbody strap, and that's how I wear her. So that's her on the shoulder, and that's her crossbody. So it used to be a ride or die, like old school ride or die bag for me. Now just totally forgotten and neglected. But Australian summer and this bag go together. Now this crossbody bag, I loved this Australian winter. We're in summer at the moment, and this was my winter bag. So this is a dupe of the Hermes Kelly Desordre. I'm probably completely butchering that pronunciation. I cannot afford the Hermes Kelly Desordre. I have no means to get one because I'm not a customer of theirs. I have no SA. And that's like a $20,000 bag or something, or 20,000 Australian dollar bag, maybe 15,000 US bag. This is gorgeous. Ride or die. Ride or die. The only reason why I don't use it in summer is because in summer I carry drinks because we get hot up in here in this Australian summer. I'm in a heat wave at the moment. I'm sweating and this cannot carry any drinks. So that's why she's a winter bag, because I don't carry drinks in winter. This is a Kate Spade bag. This is one that my best friend gave me as a birthday gift like 5 or 6 years ago. You can double her up as well. Great alternative to the Chanel Mini. Much more affordable. So it just looks like that. But you know what? I never wear her. I've never worn her. Totally forgotten about and neglected. Okay, so this is probably going to be one that I probably will end up passing on to one of my nieces when they get a bit older. So this one, poor baby, just sits on the shelf. Totally neglected. This is actually a leather handbag from Singapore, which was gifted to me by my mother-in-law. It's not white, more like a cream or an off-white. I think there's a designer or maybe Cult Gaia or something that's doing this sort of style at the moment. So this is what it looks like. On the shoulder, crossbody. This one would probably be cuter top handle, honestly. completely neglected and forgotten about. This is a bag from a company called Temu, and I just unboxed this recently as my dupe for the Hermes Kelly size 28. This is such a great bag. So this is from a Chinese company. I got this on special. So this is normally priced at 50 to 70 Australian dollars, but I got it on sale for 30 Australian dollars. And I thought this bag just looks so gorgeous. And I love this clasp. You can have it down this way and it's a smooth finish, or you can flip it up this way and it's a textured finish. And I thought the shape was gorgeous, very reminiscent of the Kelly without the fussiness of the sangles. And you know, I think maybe I'm just not a single girl. She looks so good. I think she looks totally good. For a $30 bag, she's serving up looks. I love it. I love it. Great top handle as well. Actually, I just wore it to a wedding top handle as well. And I can use this as a summer ride or die because I can carry drinks in here. And that's actually why I took it to the wedding, because it was hot and I needed to get drinks. Vintage Dior. So we've got like a black Tote print happening. Adjustable strap. So I see I have it on this setting at the moment. You can make it longer. There we go. Crossbody. There we are. Again, featured in my 10 cheapest handbags because I bought this for 190 Australian dollars on eBay. Big back pocket. Gorgeous bag. Totally neglected and forgotten about. I never wear this bag. Ever, ever, ever. This is one of my most expensive handbags in my collection. This is my vintage Hermes Sac Sandrine bag. This is the only Hermes bag I have in my collection. Gorgeous box calf leather. Stirrup style closure. Honestly, the most luscious leather I've ever felt on the inside. Oh gosh, it's sexy. It smells good, it feels good. Great. So this bag predates the 1970s. This is the original Sandrine. The Sandrine was re-released in the 80s. This is the original one, and it has someone's initials embossed into it. It's got the vintage eclair zippers. It has a detachable strap on one side, and I use a strap extender so that I can wear it crossbody. Now this is a bag that I'm too scared to overuse because it's box calf and you can get scratched. So this is a love, but she just sits on the shelf pretty. But definitely one of my most expensive handbags in my collection. But by Hermes pricing, I mean, it's probably quite cheap because you know me, I'm a bargain hunter. Okay, so the next three bags I'm going to do together because they are all the same bag. They are dupes of the Chanel Diana bag. The Chanel Diana bag is one of my dream Chanel bags. But the price during 2021 and 2020 just went up so high, I couldn't stomach it. And now I just don't have the budget to be buying a Chanel Diana bag. So to try to squash the craving, I bought the dupe in 3 different colors. Did that help to squash the craving? Somewhat. I guess when you crave a Chanel, nothing really replaces a Chanel except for a Chanel. Kind of. At least I understood what it would look like on me. But really these bags, they were dupes from Shein and they were about 25 Australian dollars each. I mean, this is the only pink bag in my collection, and the other day I had a pink theme party, so that was handy to have that bag. But otherwise, they are now just forgotten and neglected inside my wardrobe, which, you know, doesn't really matter when they're just Shein bags. This is a dupe for the Chanel reissue. So this is what it looks like crossbody. This is what it looks like on the shoulder. This is like a rubber bag. So you can see here, it's got the look of the reissue. And this is again from Shein. This was about 23 Australian dollars at the time. Again, I was just trying to squash my Chanel cravings. But I thought because it's rubber, it'll be handy if I'm going somewhere where I'm really going to have a bag where it could get trashed. So this can get wet, this can get thrown around, doesn't matter. My stuff is not going to get wet inside because it's made out of rubber. So this is now a neglected and forgotten about bag. So I thought it was just fun and cheerful, but you know, I really could have just not bought it. It was a bit of a waste of money. My original Coach Cassie bag. Coach Cassie original. This bag was popping when it came out. Everyone was buying this as the cheaper alternative to the Pochette Métis by Louis Vuitton. They are the exact same size. They are basically the exact same construction on the inside. The layout is basically the same. This was way cheaper than the Pochette Métis. And I changed out the strap. I've got this thick guitar strap because I just like that look better. Now guys, if you like to carry drinks, I'll let you know this now. This can carry 2 cans of soft drink. 2 cans of soft drink because I've done it. This is a really nice bag. I've got the gold hardware and the navy blue. Navy blue is not a common color you'll see. I love the navy blue. I love the black. I love the oxblood burgundy. They're my favorite colors. And if you can find like a brick or a caramel, I've not seen many of them, like maybe 1 or 2. I love that color as well. So this one I bought in 2021 when the Coach Cassie was all the rage. This is the original size, not the 19. I had hoped that this was going to be a ride or die, but it didn't turn out that way. I ended up finding this one to just be sitting on the shelf most of the time. So this is, I love her, but she just sat on the shelf. My Chanel Vintage Series 2. Series 2 is like 1991 to 1994 approximately. This, I don't know what leather this is, but this is a bag with burgundy interior. Now all my Chanels are made in France. So this is a made in France piece. Double strap. Double strap. You don't really see bags these days have double straps, but the 80s or the 90s wasn't that rare. So this is her. I love the strap length on this one. Perfect strap length for me. Shoulder, crossbody. I loved this bag when I first got it. This was a ride or die when I first got it, but now my collection has grown. So this one doesn't come out as much anymore. So she's now, I love her, but she just sits on the shelf. It's a common theme here. They used to be my ride or die. This is a Series 0. Series 0 being 1986 to 1988 approximately. This is a lambskin bag. This was my gift for my birthday in 2020 from me to me before everything went really sour in life. And beautiful lambskin. I used her. So now she's got scratches on the back because I used her. I'm not afraid to use her. I bought her. I'm going to use her. So this, she's a little bit too short to go crossbody with her original strap. So I actually add other straps to her to make her go crossbody. So this Chanel bag, it has removable T-bar straps. See there, they've got T-bars. I can literally just insert these T-bars into this bag. Insert the next one. All you do is just pull it through. Look. And now I can wear her crossbody. So I just use a different Chanel strap on this bag, and now she can go crossbody. And guys, I show you all my 3 main strap hacks in my strap hack video, which I'll link down below. I'm just a bag hacker. I love hacking bags to make them more functional for me. Paid a lot of money for them. They need to work for me. So this is a bag that a lot of the time now just sits pretty on the shelf because I started panicking after I found a lot of scratches from her. So she was ride or die at one stage, but now she's just mostly sitting on the shelf. White Chanel Series 0 bag, again, being 1986 to 1988 approximately. This is another crossbody bag that I love. She is white, but she has been painted, so I don't have to be so delicate with her because the fact that she's painted means that if I get anything on there like lipstick, it just wipes right off. So that's convenient. This is one of my most expensive bags. So all of my Chanels and Hermes, you know, they're expensive for my collection. I'm not the richest. I know a lot of rich people on YouTube have really expensive handbag collections. I'm not rich. I'm just a normal person. So for a normal person, I find these to be expensive already. Check her out. She's gorgeous. Okay, so my next crossbodies, now I have 2 of them, are my Monceaus. These are like mini briefcases. I fell in love with the Monceau when I first saw it, and I was obsessed. Literally obsessed with the Monceau. I just had to have it. Had to have it, and I have 2 of them now. And because it has the S-lock that I love. Now you guys know these vintage S-locks, they're actually functional. So it's a key, and you can lock your bag. The one key locks all my S-lock bags. The one same key will lock all the different bags. So this Monceau, it'll lock this Monceau, it'll lock this Cellier Dragon, and it'll lock this Concord. So you just need the one key to rule them all, like Lord of the Rings. But it doesn't work on the Q-Rad because that doesn't have a keyhole. The Monceaus don't have back pockets, but they are leather interior, and I love that about them. So if any of you out there who want that old school Louis Vuitton vintage luxury, check out the Monceau. I recommend this. So this is what it looks like handheld. You can do crook of the arm, but the top handle is not very big, so that's a bit of a struggle. So on the shoulder, crossbody. And you can just change out the straps if you want to change out the look of it as well. So this is my vintage Louis Vuitton sack bandolier. She's so old, she's pre-date code. So the date codes were introduced in the 1980s. She would make such a great mum bag, I reckon. I'm not a mum, so I can't say for certain, but I use her as a traveling bag. I actually bought her as a laptop bag, but I couldn't fit my laptop in there. I have the Surface Pro, and it just didn't fit. So that was a shame. So she's great for traveling. I'll tell you what, you can put her under the seat in front of you. So if you don't need to carry too many things and you don't want to put your bag in the overhead compartment, she's great for that. And treated leather. So you don't need to worry about vachetta and rain and water. She's one of my best crossbody bags. But as I said, my collection has grown. So she just ends up being pretty on the shelf. Still love her, but she spends a lot of her time on the shelf now because I've got newer bags and she got left on the shelf. My Louis Vuitton St. Cloud GM in the monogram. This was my first ever St. Cloud GM. And it was KW Shops who was one of my inspirations on getting the St. Cloud. So thank you, Catherine. She is a great bag. She does have vachetta, but she's so vintage and patinaed. I don't need to care about it. It can get wet, whatever, doesn't matter. I just keep her conditioned. Now, if you guys want to know how to condition vachetta, particularly the vintage vachetta, I've got a whole tutorial on my easy 3-step process. So I'll link that video down below. Super easy, seriously, guys. If you just follow the 3 steps, you won't crack your vachetta while you're cleaning it, because that's one huge concern, is cracking it. Okay, check this out, guys. Leather interior. I was telling you guys earlier, leather interior is what makes these vintage Louis Vuitton bags so luxurious. She's from 1992. She is so old, but she's still going. And you know what? I love a bag that can stand up on its own. She can stand up on her own. I love that. So she used to be a ride or die. She was one of my very early Louis Vuitton bags. She was a ride or die at that time. But she's now been superseded by her little sister, the St. Cloud PM, which I'll be showing you later. That's what she looks like. Now, I love the St. Cloud so much, I bought it again in the GM size in the epi leather this time. This is Kenyan Fawn, one of my favorite epi colors. One of my favorite epi colors. This one I got really good. I got the original box, original ribbon with this one. This one has such good glazing still. Hardly any damage on it at all, besides the inside pocket being sticky and the back pocket's peeling a little bit, but not much. Still usable. So I have 2 St. Cloud GMs. I'm a St. Cloud gal. They're such great bags, honestly. And she's from 1994. Now I just got more recently, so I've been taking her out more, so she's a ride or die at the moment. This one got her ages ago, so she used to be a ride or die, now sits on the shelf pretty. This is a current ride or die. Introducing the Louis Vuitton Bordeaux GM bag. Guys, she is gorgeous. I fell straight in love with her when I first saw her. And look, she's still so gorgeous from 1992. So she has that LV logo in a circle as well. So same logo that's on the Montaigne, and it's the same logo that they've re-released on the new Salma BB, but this is actual hardware. Whereas the Salma BB, they just used like hot stamping, which is crap. She's so gorgeous, guys. So she's the GM size. So this is her with her original strap. There's only one setting on the strap, but it's a perfect setting for me. This is her as a shoulder bag. So she still comes out to weddings as a clutch, because you can detach the strap completely and then I can wear her as an evening clutch. Guys, she's gorgeous. So again, she was one of my earlier Louis Vuitton bags. So she was a ride or die at that time. Now she just sits pretty on a shelf, because I've got other bags that are my ride or die. You can only have so many ride or dies at one time. But she is gorgeous. Nice big back pocket too. And my back pocket has not disintegrated. How awesome is that? So guys, anyone who's looking for a classy vintage Louis Vuitton bag with no vachetta, let me recommend the Bordeaux. It comes in a GM and a PM, so pick the size that's good for you. My Sac Vendôme. She also predates Date Code. I think she's from like the 70s, and the reason for that is because the interior is different. So this is like an older interior. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. These are rare on the pre-log market. Her strap is a little bit too short. So great as a shoulder bag, but just a little bit too short for crossbody. But you know, this is how I wear her anyway. But just be mindful that when you fill her up, she does kind of triangulate out like that and does start to stick out. So sometimes that can be a little bit awkward, but otherwise, she is gorgeous. Honestly, I don't see anyone else with this bag. Her clasp is in the shape of a padlock. I love that you can hear the spring. Oh, I love that. Anyone else love that, or is it just me? I'm just the only weirdo. Okay, my next vintage Louis Vuitton crossbody. Yes, I have a lot of vintage Louis Vuitton crossbodies. 1991. This is the Louis Vuitton Sac Friedland. She is a crossbody bag, but she also has a short shoulder bag setting. So you can wear it like this, and if you want to, you bust out the short shoulder strap setting and wears it under the shoulder bag. Quiet luxury. Anyone who's into quiet luxury, this is for you. Hardly any logos, just beautiful leather. Louis Vuitton. I don't know if you can see it there. It's engraved into the hardware there. You can hear the spring. I love that. Leather interior. Yes, I've got doggy bags in there because I'm a doggy girl. I have doggy bags in every bag. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Now, if you guys want to know how to clean out the sticky pocket, heaps of the vintage Louis Vuitton bags will come with a sticky pocket that you need to clean out yourself. I have a tutorial on how to do that, so I'll link that down below because I basically had to do it with every bag that I bought that was Louis Vuitton vintage. This is my Mon Purse top handle satchel. So same place that I got this from, which was a company that was really popular back then. I think it was 2019 or 2018. Has since been liquidated, sold off to another company. This bag, I don't even think they make anymore. I think they sold off the last of their stock and just stopped making it. So this was a really popular bag at that time. I just wore this to a wedding. That's her there. She's great capacity. Great compartments there. I did wear her as a top handle to the wedding because it was a more formal event. But otherwise, this is her here. When I first got her, she was also one of my ride or dies. So I got her like, you know, many years ago. I didn't have designer bags at that time. So at that time, this bag was retailing for like 500 Australian dollars. It was considered a contemporary brand at that time. I got this secondhand on eBay for 170. I wasn't paying $500 for it. And you can even see on the purse forum, there were a few threads made about it because people were curious at the time because it was a new poppin' brand. They were in Bloomingdale's, they were in department stores in Australia, but then they died. Okay guys, I can't hold them all up, but that was my crossbody collection. Okay, so next up are my mini bags. Okay, so mini bag number one. This is my Louis Vuitton St. Cloud PM size this time. I showed you guys the GM size. Now it's the PM size. This has replaced the GM monogram as my ride or die. This was so cute. Look at her. Look at her. So cute. So sorry to the GM. She's been shelved and her PM sister has replaced her. Now, if you're interested in the St. Cloud, but you want to know maybe which size is better for you, I actually have a whole comparison video comparing the PM and the GM. I've got mod shots, I've got dimensions, I've got what fits. So that can help you decide which size is best for you. Now, she's pre-date code, so she's pre-early 1980s. So I don't know exactly how old she is, but she is a ride or die. Okay, so my next two mini bags are my pochette accessoires, Louis Vuitton vintage. Two different sizes, 24 size, 21 size, 1998, year 2000. So these are my little bags. I like to wear these as quick grab and go cross bodies. Now I was saying earlier that I'm not a red as a pop of color girl, and that's because yellow is one of my pop of colors. So instead of a red bag, I've got a yellow bag. This one I bought for myself as a Christmas gift in 2022. And both of them I paid under $200 US, so great prices. And Louis Vuitton just re-released one about this size, but a little bit bigger, so more of a 22 centimeter size. This is 21 centimeter size in their new collection. So guys, if you want to get like the new pochette accessoires, but you want it cheaper, go for the vintage ones. So at the moment, they re-released a new one in black and silver. But hey, you don't have to limit yourself to black and silver. You can get any color of the vintage one. The vintage ones have gold hardware. The new one has silver hardware. So if you're a gold hardware girl, go vintage. Under $200 US I paid. You can still get yourself a bargain instead of having to buy the brand new one. These two are my ride or dies, particularly in summer. This is a dupe for the Hermes Mini Kelly. You guys should recognize this shape if you're luxury lovers. This was a dupe that I bought to test drive the Hermes Mini Kelly to see what all the hype was about. And you know what? I discovered that I'm not a Sangle girl. I love Kellys. I love Sangle looks, but I don't love Sangle function. And so what I learned is I'm probably never going to buy an Hermes Kelly. And I'll link that video where I go into depth about how I felt after test driving this. But yeah, I think I love the look of the Sangle, but I don't love the function of the Sangle. And I think that's why I love this dupe so much more than this dupe. This one is just like totally neglected, forgotten about on the shelf. Okay guys, so they are my mini bags. Whew, guys, can you believe it? We got through 50 handbags, over which half are designer handbags. My goodness, I didn't even know I had this many handbags until I got them all out to make this video. Okay guys, so tell me, which bag in my collection was your favorite and which bag in my collection was your least favorite? And tell me what you think about this collection being mixed of high and low, luxury, fast fashion, mid-range, vintage from my mom. What's your collection like? Do you have just all luxury, or are you like me and you have a mix of different price ranges and different styles and different sources where you get them from? I'd love to hear about your collection as well in the comment section down below. And guys, that's probably too many. Probably no one should have that many handbags. That's quite frivolous, isn't it? Oh my goodness. But you know what guys? I have made some poor financial decisions when it comes to handbags in the past. And I actually talk about this in a video where I tell you about how I spent my last $2,000. Yes, my last $2,000 that was in my account on a handbag, and what I've learned after reflecting about that experience. And I never encourage anyone else to do that. So if you want to see that video, if that resonates with you, I'm going to link that here for you to carry on with next.